The grand final is Giblet and Cell. And Debbie Casanova. So I actually have spoken to this guy several times. He's like messaged me in the past. So we got Giblet versus Cell for the final. Giblet going first. Giblet was the higher seed. Kicking off with the Murray. Crazy that with this ban list, Cell is actually still at the top. Man playing Broly. So Cell was just a... So we top in 3. This isn't... I mean, it's probably a bit better for Giblet in this sense, but still probably not the best matchup for Giblet. Probably not like the matchup that you would have wanted. This is the final, so Giblet has done so well to get to this point. And Cell for that matter. So we going into the hit now, passing up. Definitely, Cell probably wants to get rid of that hit there, because you know when all your 18's going down. Interesting to see that he's playing Broly. I haven't seen many Giblet lists actually playing Broly. What we got here? We got the 17. Pretty straightforward. Cell's still doing Cell things. Passing up. Does make it a bit hard for Giblet to remove the 18 here with the hit because he went first. Charging 2 Twisted Mortalities. Yo, just saying what's good, bro. With the Raditz. So cool to see Giblet in the final here. Swing into lead. Maybe, I don't even know if he can get himself down so low. Okay, so combo in a card to get leader effect active. Unfortunate that he didn't have a baby, because baby sort of does that and doesn't make you go neg in hand. But I mean, I don't see him using the SCR anytime soon, so I think that's fine. What are we going into here? Might be kind of stuck. Oh, we're swinging leader. Comboing off the Raditz? Very interesting. I haven't seen very high ranked Giblet gameplay, so it's probably hard for me. Yeah, he's comboed that. Just so he can make it a 20k swing instead of doing it the other way around. Maybe he wants to... I guess the play would be to go to Broly here. Broly's probably the best play. It gets rid of the 18 and it gets you 2 swings at face. Yes, there's the Broly. It'll remove the 18. Very, very, like, well played there. I also think there's a case where he restands this cell, he restands the Broly and doesn't swing again with it and force Francesco to have self-destruct. So we get a combo out there. Yeah, definitely debating if he actually wants to even remove the energy. I think you're probably in a better spot to just pass here. Yeah, that's a good pass. I really like that. Because now he has to give up one of his battle cards to use his one of self-destruct. So the chances of him having the self-destruct, because otherwise he would just go into Android 16 here, pop it by 20k, and then swing like other bodies at it. So that's a really, really good play there. And we do see that he has got the self-destruct, but like the chances of him having his one of self-destruct in that moment is rather high. Debating on that charge there. Charging at 18. Must have a few 18s in hand. I wouldn't necessarily be wanting to charge the one drop 18s, because the hit can just remove them so easily. So we got the 16. And I think anything coming at the hit has to get protected. Okay, no, we're going face. Bit interesting that he's going face. I did not expect... Unless he's planning on swinging leader at the hit. Or perhaps playing the 18 to neg the hit and then swing the 17. That actually makes a lot more sense now I think about it. Adding a 4-cost cell. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit more. I don't know, it's a bit loud for me. I just wanted some background noise for you guys because I didn't want to play the commentary. So yeah, the 17. I definitely think you defend the hit here because it forces him to swing his leader into it. Okay, maybe not. I honestly probably would have offered up a 5k there, because if it baits the leader swing, you're not taking that life, or you're not giving him 2 cards. Oh, we're going the 1-cost cell. Okay, so maybe we're gonna self-destruct the 18. Interesting. Yeah, so that sort of goes back to the point of why I think maybe he should have protected the hit. This has actually been a very good turn from Cell. Very good turn. Like, does he have another Twisted Mortality? Because he charged 2 Twisted Mortalities. If he can remove the Cell here, it is a big play because he burnt the marker. If he can remove 4-cost Cell here, he can't Cell Chain next turn. Does it? Oh, it looks like he doesn't have it. Because he charged 2 Twisteds already. And I think some of these Giblet lists only run 2. So that's a little bit unfortunate there. But that's going to make it a bit tougher. I mean, he has got the 4-3 play, which isn't bad. But I definitely think he needed to get the 4-cost sell off there. Definitely. Because he still could have gone into Charlotte. He would have just lost 1 swing, or he could have just went into a Raditz. So that's a little bit unfortunate for him. So they both have 3 energy, so it is only a 30k swing. So you're gonna be a Yep, so it shows him a super. And then the freezer will only be, of course, a 25k swing. Oh, hi, long time no talk. Yes, that is true. So we see the freezer drawing a card. It's just going to be another 25. So Cell did an amazing job last turn of pulling it back, and it's been very unfortunate that Giblet got rid of both of his twisted mortalities, or he probably would have been in an even stronger position. I guess maybe it comes down to how well Cell can remove Giblet's board this turn. Because he will definitely be able to remove one, because he can pick up the self-destruct. That'll deal with the shallot, and any other little weenies will probably be able to pick up the freezer. So the less swings he has to swing at the board, the more like potent it's gonna be if he just keeps going face. I think I've seen one super combo from Giblet. Cell's hand's been a lot harder to look at. So we can see a 16. He's got another super combo. But I definitely think it's just a case of you just pick up self-destruct. You probably play the 2-cost 16 here, swing with it, pop it to get a 1-cost 18 out. Is this live? It is live. It's live over on the Bandai card channel, but the one thing I've seen people say is that the commentators aren't exactly Dragon Ball commentators, so I thought maybe I would just recast it, giving my thoughts, because I know Masters had literally no commentary at all. So this is just the feed that I've squeezed into my overlay. Is he going for the 6? So we're going for another 18. Okay, maybe he doesn't want to pick up the self-destruct. I honestly thought that if he's minusing the shallot, he's not going to blow it up. So like I was saying, like at the start of the turn, the less resources he has to pump into the board in terms of swings, it's okay. So he's definitely not going the self-destruct route. Okay. As I tend to say when I do these sort of things, this is why these guys are in the finals and I'm here commentating. So we do keep. We do. Oh, sorry. I think that was going to face. Just pop in the skill. Are we going to play another 18? Yep. Are there multiple games going on? So this is the grand final. There is lots of other games going on within different Bandai TCGs. They've just been rotating through what games are actually on. This stream started, I want to say, 3.5 hours ago. And they had 2 rounds of Gundam. The top 16 and the top 8. We played the cell that KOs a 10k. Right, well there you go. That just shows how unfamiliar I am with it at the moment, because the ban list is in effect, so I didn't even contemplate thinking about that cell. Right, well that definitely changes the approach. We take it there, and it's probably looking a little bit tough for Giblet. So yeah, they've had, I believe straight after this will be the I think the Masters final. And then from there, I believe it'll be Digimon and probably Gundam again. I believe the whole thing is that they're going to have every single grand final on this stream. Then over on Twitch, they've got a dedicated One Piece stream. So no charge, of course. To be honest, he probably needs to find a hit. He has 2 supers. He hasn't got a hit, though. He hasn't got anything to play. This is very rough. What have we got there? Is that a Cell? Oh, that's a Turles. So he's got a Turles, but at 2 life, it's not looking too good. You can't even push the double pressure because he hasn't got another SCR. A little bit unfortunate. I think, like I said, if he was able to remove that 4-cost Cell last turn, it would have changed the game a fair bit. So is he just fading the double strike here, perhaps? Just trying to potentially bait some cards out? We do know that he does have, like, I know that I have seen, you guys, if you've been paying attention, I've seen another super in his hand, so it's going to be an easy out for him. Does perhaps maybe he park up the Shallot blocker? Yep, so there's the super in the 10k. Doing leader effect. Getting back 1, getting back 2. I think the only thing he can really do here is honestly just play down the blocker and just nearly force him to remove it. Like, that blocker can absorb a 40k swing if they can't remove it. But on the flip side, if they do remove it, then it's just even more painful. Yeah, I think he just has to accept that this game is going to be over. So we get a combo. Really unfortunate because we definitely don't want to, like, Cell gets on the ban list. This is a ban list event, and we're very close to seeing Cell win another, win the Nats, the EU Nats. Cell's going to win the EU Nats, potentially, post-ban list. That's crazy. Mind you, like, he has got a good matchup into Giblet. That's what is very helpful. And it was just very unfortunate for Giblet that he charged both his Twisted Mortalities. That was a massive game changer. So he's saying no combos. Yeah, I think he could probably just be a bit greedy and... Like, if for whatever reason, if he had all 4 supers in an instant... Like, he did show him one there. He theoretically doesn't even need to go for game here. Like, he could definitely survive another... I don't think he dies on a clapback, because his hand is so small. Maybe he's a little bit worried about... I don't know how big his hand is. Because obviously last turn he wouldn't have got the Cell shenanigans of the 5 cost replacing itself. He only has 7 cards. So at the moment, he's only looking at, like... he's only looking at 90k. And he knows Giblet's only shown him 1 super. But again, I don't think he actually needs to go for game. He could definitely drown this out another turn. He's got 2 supers in hand. Yeah, I think he's fine just to no combo. Because like at this point, how is Giblet gonna kill him now? Yeah. These are the moments when, like, luckily, like, the final isn't timed, it's unlimited time, but these are the moments in Top Cut where you kind of just got to, like, I think maybe just scoop it up and say, all right, let's go game 2, let's bounce back. So we see a hit off that draw. No combos. And he does take this one. Leader effect, getting 2 back. I didn't even realize that that Debbie was in Top Cut. I would have sent him a message and wished him some luck. I'll definitely have to send him a message after. Mad respect. I always love when people like. It's always a funny thing. He's like, I'm just gonna play this and take my own life. He knows the writing's on the wall. I do shuffle up, getting ready for, of course, game number 2, and I definitely think Giblet maybe needs to value the Twisted Mortality a little bit more, because, like I said, I think the game is very different if he doesn't get rid of the Twisted Mortality. If he keeps the Twisted Mortality, that turn where he started to pop off, you know, that could have been completely different. He wouldn't have even been able to sell chain. So, brave move as well from Cell. Maybe he... Well, I suppose in saying that, I'm pretty sure they have access to each other's lists. Maybe he did see that Giblet was only running 2 Twisted Mortalities and just thought, well, this is safe to play. So, on the other hand, it could have just been a very, very good read. And also, I don't know what it is for the EU. Is it top 2 first place? Is it top 4 like NA that go to Worlds? Does anyone in the chat know? Here we go. We go to game 2. Let's hope that we get to see Giblet take this one down and we get a thrilling game 3. Starting out that 18. I guess the good thing here is that it will be a bit easier for Hit to be online and deny that early chain. So we take that 16. Passing it off. Charging a Cell, yeah. So I don't think Cell's great in this matchup. Looks like we're weighing up, yeah. He was weighing up whether the Raditz was alright. Can't they run multiple decks? Like Game 1 Bro has a counter deck? No. So that's not like what they do with the online client. It's literally whatever deck you've played the whole time. There is no sideboards in Fusion World at the moment, so in some situations you have best of 3s in between the games. You side cards, so you change. In Dragon Ball Masters, you have a 15 card side deck, and after the game 1, you go into that side deck, get cards you need to help this matchup. But then turn 2, Cell going into that Android 17. It's like clockwork at this point. And there is the hit. So it'll be very interesting to see the turn that Cell plays down next. If he establishes that 2 cost 16, I think he has to try and establish that 2 cost 16. If he, of course, doesn't go into another 1 cost Cell chain. But I think... Oh, we're just burning coin. Getting that take a life draw. as the judge is just getting the energy marker out of the way. And then we're just going for the pass. I guess this is also like the good thing now. You don't have... Normally you would just like assume that Frieza would go down to self-destruct here, but hey, there's a chance it doesn't. And if it doesn't go down to self-destruct, then next turn could be a very strong turn. I think for Cell's sake, he could probably play it very safe here and go 1 cost Cell, 2 cost 16. And I think that'll just put him in a really strong position, because if he doesn't have Twisted Mortality, I think he'll start running away with it. As we do see the 1 cost Cell. Because then he also has to choose what he removes, because the 16 will just replay the 18. And then if he can't remove the 18, he'll just play a 4 cost anyway. So it might spell a bit of trouble for Giblet if, of course, we see 1 cost Cell and 2 cost 16. Because we definitely know that he has the 2 cost 16. He picked that up with his first search. Haven't been able to really see the hand to see if he has another 1 cost Cell. I would honestly assume he has another 1 cost Cell. Yeah, I think this swing signals maybe a 1 cost Cell play. There's the 16. We're going to actually swing it. Being a bit aggressive here, Cell. We get Giblet to set up his leader effect. Oh, okay, so we're going to self-destruct. What is he blowing up? So he's blowing up his 18. Okay, so what we probably... Oh, okay, so maybe he just doesn't care about going into the 18 on curve. Which I think Giblet is very happy with. Giblet would be very actually happy with that. We pass up there. Let's see what Giblet's got this turn. So yeah, we're gonna try and so he just lets it go. And I think here we just go Frieza hit. Or do we leave Cell at 5 here? Maybe leaving Cell at 5 here is not a bad idea. As we do clean up the board there. So Rip and 2, we get that 2 energy back. I think a baby here would be very good for some more filter. Yep, as he eyes up the baby on top of his hand. Yeah, this has been a very strong response from Giblet. Well, it's what we want to see. Like, I mean, I'm a bit biased. I want Giblet to win this. I definitely want Giblet to win this. And he takes it here. So he's done the right thing. He's left him at 5. He's cleared his board. His one of self-destruct is gone. So there's no way that Cell's actually going to be able to get awakened. Oh, no, sorry, there is. He would have to have Daima Goku or the 18. So he has to have a self-awaken, and he also has to have another 2 cost 16. That's the only way he can get awakened and swing 40k this turn. I definitely, now that we've seen how he played this out, I definitely think that he might have gone about it the wrong way and left himself vulnerable to this being left at 5 life. Okay, so he does have the 16. I don't know if I can count, but I swear I just counted at least 13 to 15 cards in Giblet's hand. So we're going to go at the baby, and I think we got to protect the board here. Because we know the self-destruct is gone. So what do we play back out? Play out the 18. Is that a Cell Junior? Oh, he found the one of, so he's found his 2 one-ofs. Cell's still super consistent. That is absolutely crazy. You would not even have thought that these cards had gone to one of. He's seen them with no drama. Yep. So okay. So he did have what I mentioned, and he has minus the freezer. So you know, good response here. He's gonna be able to get that board cleared. I don't think you can protect the board after this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you do defend this. And he can give... Ooh, he opted not to give the exact maths. I wonder if that'll come back to bite him. Or maybe he wants to give an instant and a 10k here. Okay, so he lets it go. I personally think at that point, maybe... maybe you are worried about the 30k swing instead of the filter from Baby. Right, let's... Oh, we see the Twisted Mortality. I think he definitely needs to use that this turn. I think the Shallot... Oh, he charged it. Okay, so he's charged Twisted Mortality again. He's actually charged to 5. So does he have a Broly? If he's charged to 5 here, he obviously wants to play a second 4 cost. Find a Murray. Or maybe he's gone the Raditz line. So we go 2. We get 1 back, and we get a draw. Ooh, another freezer off the top deck is nice. He might need to rip another energy first. Or I suppose the Piccolo probably is a pretty good option here. Do we go maybe 1 cost Raditz, rip an energy, and then 3 cost Piccolo? To potentially KO the Goku? Alright, so we're being a bit aggressive here. We're going 30k swings. We like to see it. 11 in hand, 12 in hand. He didn't do his draw. He did his draw, but he didn't do his discard. So it gets met with a super. Okay, so we are doing the Twisted Mortality. He had it in hand. I didn't see it. I thought he'd already charged one, and he charged the second one. So we are now down at, of course, that... We are now down at that 35k threshold. Because we're at lower energy. Met another super there. 2 more energy back. Then we're going to go hit for some more pressure. We've gotten nice and wide. Asking cards in hand. As I said, it's been a little bit hard to see Cell's hand. Are we going to make it another 30k? I think we're in all rights to do this because next turn we can kind of just let our board absorb the pressure. So we've got no more supers. Opted to give the right math this time. And what kind of response does Cell have this turn? Charging a Daima-Goku. We have got a one cost 18, of course. Definitely would have been in a tight situation there. So I guess the good thing for Giblet here is that he's not going to be able to pick up and use self-destruct this turn. But if he does have that 5 cost, what's he minus 15 from it? So I don't. Does it KO a 15k or a 10k? The 5 cost sell. I don't remember. Okay, so it must KO a 15k. Yep, so we just let our board absorb the pressure, swing at the hit. And is this now where Cell just starts to get on top? See the double strike there? So there is potential that if you can push Cell to 3 this turn, then next turn, you know, there is a chance to push for game. Definitely deep in the tank here. I think he's probably feeling it back against the walls a bit here. But it still just blows my mind that Cell is this strong, despite the ban list. Eyeing up a charge? Swing into the leader. Are we potentially going to look at the swinging 2 double strikes? That's why he has perfect in his name. Hey, well, you're not wrong there, bro. There's the double. Oh, he's not. Oh, no, he can get back. Ah, so maybe we're bluffing to see if we can actually. $40, $50. Going for the 50 double. And then if he doesn't give everything up here, maybe can survive another turn. He's just too good. Oh, it's crazy. It's also good to see that the deck is still viable. Like, they didn't ban it to the ground. This is a very tough call, because he's gonna have to, like, we know he used 2 supers, and unless he drew into another one last turn, he's gonna have to give him 4 cards? 5 cards? And if he takes it here, it's gonna be a pretty decent sized swing. Oh, he's taking it. Okay. Oh, let's go. Are we getting game 3? Are we getting game 3? We're taking the life. He rips a super, so he gets a 10k there. We know I know he has 1 instance, so this is gonna be. Oh, this is what I live for. Does he have, how many instances does he have is the question. Are we going to game 3? 55, 65, 75, 85, 100, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh, we're going to game 3. We're going to game 3. The double strike gets there. Let's go, Giblet. Wow. I would have been very interested to see what his last 2 life were. Giblet getting there. GG's indeed. Oh, I'm so hyped that we're getting a game 3. We got 1. He's opting to go second. He's taking second. Obviously, he went second in game 1 and it worked for him very well. Passing the decks off to get shuffled by the judges. Something I didn't actually know the judges did. I knew that they could, but I didn't actually ever see it. But man, I'm hyped to see game 3. So high. I'm like so happy now that I stayed up. It's like 10:30 at night for me. He's qualified for cheating. Oh, that's a bit rough. I'm up at 4 a.m. to go to work. It is currently 10:30. So by the time this is done, say 11 o'clock, by the time I get to bed, 11:30, that gives me what? 5 hours of sleep? 4.5 hours of sleep? So far it's been worth it. It'll be even more worth it if Giblet gets home. Like, no disrespect to Cell. Everyone, you know, people don't want to see Cell win. People want to see the aggro decks win. At least I do. What has he woke up with? He hasn't woken up with a bad hand here. Oh no, that's 2 supers. I thought he had 2 supers. Oh no. Cell's like, just went to, what the heck? Cell vs Giblet, not what I expected. The Giblet, I could get behind because there was from what I've, like the people I've spoken to, there was a lot of Nemiku. There was a lot of Nemiku at the event. And to be fair, I actually think Giblet is favored into the Nemiku. But yeah, no one expected to Cell. And like, in these 2 games, you wouldn't even think that Cell had been affected by the ban list. Like, okay, in that second game, yes, because he didn't actually play the 5 cost that got limited to 1. He had it, but in both games, he had early self-destructs. But apparently, reading this chat here... Oh no, the awkward little handshake! Fist bump handshake, oh no, oh, and then they go to correct and they do the opposite again. Alright, so what's Giblet woken up with? Oh, after seeing what happened game 1, gotta value that twisted mortality a little bit more. Yeah, apparently, so there was a young kid that actually made top 8, which was really cool to see. And the chat over on YouTube are saying that apparently he got disqualified because he had some double sleeve cards. Very interesting. But the one thing I was hearing, there was a golden freezer in the top 16. I don't know if it was the set 7 golden freezer or if they were just talking about starter freezer. See, Marie, we're going to see a hit come down. It's awful to see. It's always so cringe. All you can do is just laugh. There's the 1 cost Cell. Swinging the lead again. Everything going good for both opponents at the moment. Oh. Oh, man. Ah. Hit's just there licking his chops. He's what do you do here? Honestly, I swear. Part of me would not want to charge here. Yeah, no charge. Play Raditz. Play Raditz, rip your life, swing with Hit to remove all his 18s. Yeah. Go on, are we going to see that? Go down to 0 energy. That is going to be so cool to see him go down to 0. He's going to go down to 0 energy. That is so good. That is awareness of just how important removing those 18s are. You're not really losing too much because you're going to get to go back to 3 energy the following turn. The only thing is he hasn't got anything to use that extra energy on. So we're going to get the 2 back. Does he have another 2 cost? He does. Now, does he swing this? Yeah, no, good. That's a good pass. That was big game awareness there. I don't know if many people would have actually went all the way back down to 1 energy to remove 3 cantrips. So, again, I think it's the same situation as last game. Cell, we would also require him to burn the marker, which I don't think is very ideal to just to get himself awakened and get a play, unless he has another 1-drop and self-destruct. So we charge a 16 here, and Cell basically can't even go into a 4-cost cell chain here because he'd seen Giblet go to charge the Twisted Mortality last turn. So adding a 5-cost cell. So minus the Raditz will go. Definitely deep in the tank here. Yep, so we see. And again, he has to remove the hit because the hit will remove the 18s again. Just combo off so he can get the filter. And then he'll be able to swing the leader into the hit. Yeah, so we swing into the hit here. I think we definitely want as many bodies on the board. But he has actually got a fair few bricks in his hand. Yeah, I don't think you really wanted to give up a shallot there, but the hand is a little bit bricky with a few twisteds and a few golden freezes. So we draw a super combo. It's definitely be very helpful. I think you probably just have to poke the 18. You're probably starting to sacrifice a little bit too much to try and pop hit off again. So yeah, that's that happened. So now, if Giblet can get 2 more bodies down here, it is going to take a strong turn in response from Cell. So we get the Awaken and then the combo. And that right there is why I prefer in person over the client. Because if you made that mistake in the client, you would have lost a life and the card. Where it's just something so common like that, it's just like, oh, sorry, I was just meant to awaken. No harm in it, anything like that. But unfortunately, you don't get that reprieve on the client. So we have leader effect. Do we have it? What 2-drop do we have to play? Another baby would be very strong. Looks like we got another hit. I guess the next question that has to be asked is, how does Cell come back here? To even get chain established next turn is going to be very tough. I honestly feel like if he has self-destruct, he needs to play 16, swing at something, and then self-destruct the 16 to minus something 20, and then KO something else. And then poke the leader. I think that is probably the best case scenario for him here. That doesn't require him burning his coin. Nope, so we go on the 18. And there's the 16. Yep, taking the 16. Minusing the baby. Okay, so I guess that I guess we can claw it back a bit if we've got a few Cell Juniors. Yep, there's the Cell. Do we perhaps, yeah, minus the 15 on the freezer, swing into the freezer. I mean, I could be completely wrong here and we literally just clear the board up because Cell is just crazy good at doing that. So freezer goes. We do the old gobbledygook. Cell will take care of the baby. And wow, that wow, this has actually been such a really strong response. I did not expect it to go that well. And then we get another Cell Junior to pop into another hit. And this has been amazing cleanup work. I'm actually... Wow. This response has been incredible from Cell. So we're going to take the hit there. I lost track of what he gave away last turn to stay at 4 life. Because there was no real threatening swings. It was only 20s and 25s. Oop, debating on the charge here. Okay, we are going to charge. Unfortunately, he did get rid of the other Twisted, which would definitely mop up the Cell Juniors here. Okay, so we're pushing a bit of pressure. Oh, okay, so we're playing Goku Black. Playing Goku Black is an interesting choice. I have not seen any Giblet lists for a while. Okay, so he's still got a few supers, so it's definitely not over by a long shot. Obviously probably wants to be a little bit mindful about what happened last game. Taking the hit there. Okay, so we get the Goku Black. KO the Cell, and because there's no repercussions of the 5-cost Cell playing something else back out. And does he swing 40 here? No combos, okay. So we do the super check. Fortunately, the Twisted Mortality would have been really, really helpful there. Yep, so he just gives the super. We do leader effect, get 2 back. Looks like we've got another hit in hand to play. Eight in hand? I don't think that's right. Giblet does have 3 supers. Passing up, so he must have... Okay, so he doesn't have... Didn't want to swing with the hit? Interesting. I thought he might have had... Whoa, we haven't seen Born of Fury and Hate. Another 18 coming down. Grabbing another 4-cost Cell. Giblet, my goat, got out of final. Bro, I did not expect to see it, and I am so stoked. Like, I try not to be biased in commentating, but it's so hard when Giblet is in the running for the final. And I know the guy that's playing Giblet. Like, it's hard for me not to back Giblet here. And Cell's just proven that despite the ban list, it is still a good bloody deck. And like, so again, the previous turn, Again, the previous turn, he got rid of the Twisted Mortality, and I feel like both these games, all these games, Top Pilot 2, indeed, all these games have actually been influenced by Twisted Mortality. Game 2, Twisted Mortality was used in a really strong position, and in Game 1, he charged both of them early, and it would have swung the game drastically in his favor. As last turn, it would have also drastically helped him, because he had 2 free energy. He would have got the board completely clear if he had kept the Twisted Mortality. I can definitely see a case for getting rid of it, but you just can't count that card out in the Cell matchup because of Cell Juniors. Just hope can pull through. I hope so as well, man. It really depends how hard he tries to press him here. We saw in Game 1, he played very conservative. He didn't overextend, so he was vulnerable on the crackback. So I don't think we're going to see that again. Especially if he has a couple of supers in hand. We have only seen 1 super from Cell, as we are doing a super check now. And you'll see there's no supers in the drop, and Giblet does have 3 supers in hand. So I think he just slow pokes him here. But as I've been saying this whole cast, I haven't really seen Cell's hand much, so it's been really hard to see what he's actually got in his hand. But now that we look at Giblet's hand, we do see no double strike, unfortunately, which is gonna make it really hard to close out the game. We're going to take here. So we're going for the bait. Oh, speaking of double strikes. So he's weighing out here. So what's he get to? 800. So Giblet can probably get to about that 140, 150 mark with the 3 supers and an instant. And like I said, I don't see him going for game here. Unless he hasn't got a good hand to defend himself. Yeah, no combos. I think you just have to use the super here because you want offensively to use the instant. Yeah, and we pass up. That's the correct thing to do there. Didn't realize this had the ban list in play. It does have the ban list in play, yes. Which is a little bit like, for me, it feels a little bit disappointing because I had my Nats a few weeks ago and we weren't in the ban list, so it's like, feels a bit shitty that it's like half ban list, half not ban list. It's just I'm guessing he doesn't play Born of Fury and Hate. But does he need to charge here? I don't know how the math works out. And he would only need to charge here if he has 2 2-drops. But even with the ban list in place, Cell has still been very strong and very consistent. And even the 5-cost, the new 5-cost rare that came out in set 7 has been really strong in this matchup. It's just been able to remove bodies on the board. And it just allowed him to keep swinging face. So, like, even with the 5-cost limited to 1, the replacement 5-cost is actually still really good. So draw. So 30. I think you have to go to at least 50 here. Would have been nice to have had the ban list at Nats as well. You didn't run into Cell at Nats? Oh man, lucky duck. I lost 3 games at Nats and 2 of them were to Cell. I guess there is a world where he actually takes here. Yeah. Because he can't have his hand dwindled down. I think you just have to jam it, honestly. Wonder if that charge is going to come back to bite him in the ass. Went 4-3. Hey, myself, I went 4-3 as well, bro. I guess, yeah. Is this charge going to come back to bite him? Here we go. Does he also maybe leave hit and Raditz just in case? 55. 60, 70, 80, 95. Now, would 105 got there? 30, 40, 60, 80. Oh, okay. Yeah. So Cell takes the win there. Very unfortunate for Giblet. And yeah. Oh, that definitely wasn't the winner. I think they got a bit confused there, but Giblet didn't win that one.